I'm gonna let you introduce you. Yes, we have a cameraman and a sound guy. He's multi-purpose. I'm gonna let you tell me your name.
It's spelled wrong. It's Stimpson. They spelled it wrong.
I'll let you tell me your name and the name of your project,
My name's John Stimpson. I am the director of Ghostlight.
which is the opening night film.
Yes, indeed. We're so honored to be the opening night film. It's so exciting.
So excited to have you here. I can't wait to see it. You got to work with some of my favorite actors. I love Carrie.
Oh, we have a unbelievable cast. I was, Jeff Taylor and I wrote this script together, and he's a veteran producer. He did Down and Out in Beverly Hills and Moscow on the Hudson and The Tempest, and he's done some wonderful big Hollywood movies back in the 80s and 90s. But he and I got together, we collaborated on this script because he loved the idea, and it was so fabulous to have actors like the actors that we got come on board. I mean, when we wrote the character of Madeline, we just couldn't think of anybody else but Carol Kane, and she was our first choice. And when she said yes, we couldn't believe it. It was like, what a dream come true, right? And I mean, all the way down the line, and we have just with Carrie Elwes and Tom Riley and Shannon Sossman, Danielle Campbell, who's exploding right now. She's killing it. And then Roger Bart. I mean, and Roger and I go way back. We knew each other when we were in college. We sang together in a bar doing a Broadway review on Martha's Vineyard when we were kids. So it's so great that we get the chance now to work together. So.
I know there's a lot of them, but what is the most memorable part of when shooting this film?
Oh gosh, there are so many, but it was fun. I'll tell the story of Carol because she's so colorful and such a wonderful actress and just a comedic treasure, really. But we were messing with a lot of serious traditions and superstitions in doing this, and obviously the biggest one is the superstition of not saying the name of the Scottish play on the stage, and we do it a lot in the movie, needless to say. So Carol came up to me very early, first day of shooting, and she said, "How are we going to do this? We can't say the name of the Scottish play." And I said, "Carol, it's okay. This is really a barn. It's not a theater. It's a barn, and it's a set, so it's all right. So I think we're immune."
That is so fun because I'm involved with the theater, and we do not.
Very, very serious. People take it very seriously. Yeah.
If somebody says good luck, we make them walk back out the door and come back in.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Yeah, I was doing my sound check today with the guys in here, and the guy came up to me and goes, "Oh, we've done the M word and on this stage." And I said, "If anything goes wrong tonight, it's your fault."
Is this your first time in Mississippi?
It is my first. Well, I've been to Mississippi before, but never spent any time here. I've never been to Oxford. Old Miss is amazing. What a campus. What a place. And I got to I got to go to lunch in town in the square. It's just lovely. It's really a terrific place, and I'm so excited to spend a few days here and enjoy the festival and be part of it also.
Be sure to come by and see us. Our table will be set up all weekend, and you see the Rooster, Hill Country Network, that's us.
Wonderful. I will make sure I do that. Thank you so much.
My name's Jeff Taylor. I'm the writer-producer of Ghostlight, which is having its opening here tonight. Well, not an opening, but it's playing as the opening film here.
Our premiere.
Your premiere. Happy to be here. Thank
I'm
you.
so glad. I know we've got to hurry because we're fixing to get started going here. What was the most memorable part of this project for you?
Wow, I should have that answer by now, right? The most memorable part, I think actually there were so many good memories, but when we wrapped the shooting, my partner John and I had the idea, wrote it, funded it, figured out how to fund it, cast it. The night we wrapped, with the two of us, was Halloween. We went to a little bar. We couldn't even find a place to go, and we sat and had a couple of beers and I kept the invoice, and it was from our waitress, and our waitress in this bar was Wonder Woman because it was Halloween. I said, okay, I'm feeling pretty good right now. So, but there have been a lot of good memories.
That was great. That was a great memory. So what other projects have you worked on?
I worked for many years in Los Angeles with a director named Paul Mazursky. So I made a lot of movies in the 80s and 90s, Down Beverly Hills, Moscow on the Hudson, Moon Over Parador, Tempest. Um, I produced a movie, J.J. Abrams' first movie, which was Taking Care of Business. So yeah, I've done a reasonable number of those things. So.
Is this your first time here?
It is. Yes, it is. It's lovely. It's a beautiful theater. Yeah.
What have you enjoyed so far about?
I've been here a few hours, so I've enjoyed resting. But I love to walk around the town a little. So tomorrow we're here till Sunday, so I'm going to get to walk around and enjoy it. But yeah.
We'd love for you to stop by our table and visit with us. We'll be here all weekend.
We'll do that, definitely. I'll be there. Oh, thank you so much. Real pleasure to meet you.
I'm Roger Bart, and I am one of the actors in Ghost Light.
What was your most memorable thing about working on this project?
Well, it was reuniting with John Stimpson, the director, who I've known now since 1981, and us learning about what happened to us over the last 30 years. He was a friend of mine. We were both singing cocktail waiters on Martha's Vineyard when we were 18, so it was great to kind of reunite with him. The other thing that I really recall the most was how beautiful the surroundings were in Concord, Massachusetts, where we shot the movie. And we had converted a barn, which actually into a theater stage that was going to be right for our play. And but the barn housed cows, and they would go in there if it was raining. They would go down, and they would create a lot of methane. So my most memorable memory was not occasionally kind of tearing up and playing scenes where tears looked actually really real, but what people don't know is they were caused by methane gas from the cows underneath. That's a pretty memorable.
They helped you act.
Yeah, they helped me look very convincing.
That is funny.
That's a unique tale. Yeah.
What other projects have you been involved with?
Oh gosh, well, currently, or in my life, because that would be, I'm on a show on the Freeform network called Good Trouble, which is a spinoff of The Fosters, where I play a conservative judge. That one is going on right now on Freeform every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock. And I'm also on Netflix on a show that I'm very proud of called A Series of Unfortunate Events, which is Lemony Snicket. And I have a wonderful part on that called Vice Principal Nero. It was just a blast to play and work with Neil Patrick Harris and Barry Sonnenfeld. Those are currently out there, in the world of Netflix and Hulu and all these others. I'm kind of all over the place over the last 8 or 10 years of stuff that they run all the time in air. So I'm ubiquitous without having to do a lot of work, which is really wonderful. So I'm really proud to be here. Really happy.
I hope we get another chance to speak over this weekend. Are you going to be here?
I'm actually leaving early tomorrow morning to drive my daughter to gym meet in Connecticut. Another thing you probably won't hear at all tonight.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So that's a wrap for us here tonight at the red carpet at the Ford Center. We're fixing to go watch Ghostlight. We'll let you know what we think.